I got on her yesterday, the second day, and she stood very good for me to get on, but all I did was get on. I didn't do anything. Today I'll actually ride her around a little bit. This is the first time she's been out in the arena. Don't know how she's going to handle that, but she was very good in the round pen. Whoa. Whoa. She's anticipating going forward. Just going to back her up. She wants to step forward. We'll back her up and see if she'll stand. Good girl. Now she's decided to stand. I'm not going to get on. I'll walk her around and we'll do it again. She stood very good yesterday, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of this, but I am going to make sure she stands still. Whoa. 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 We're not quite to the point where I'd want to lunge her around the mounting block, but we're not far from there. It's not that tall. I could just step up there, but she needs to learn to stand here. Whoa. She doesn't feel stiff or anything. I'm a rider in this bit today. I'm thinking I'm going to want to switch to a different bit next time, but we'll see. Alright, so she's wanting to go forward. Forward is her thing. Gonna ask for a step backwards. Good girl. Gonna really start reinforcing that back up. Good girl. Good girl. Back up again. Now we're gonna go to the left. I'm just gonna kind of hold her head to the side. Just ask her to go forward now. And I'm going to keep her head to the side. And just wait. I expect that she's going to want to take her head just like that and do what she wants to do with it. So I'm just going to hold it. Let her know that I can take her head away, and she's got to put her head where I put it. Let's go this way. You know, it's kind of funny. When you look at her unsaddled, she's kind of high withered, but she's a little bit sway back. When I put the pad and the saddle on, when I fill out the sway back, she ends up actually a little bit mutton with her. There we go. Good girl. So when her feet stop, I'll give her head back. Really tempting at this point to just go right off, but I have to have this mental part trained to really accomplish what I need to accomplish. Good girl. That bit's a little bit loose in her mouth. To remember that. I'm not going to get off and tighten it now. To remember that for next time. There we go. Just want her to kind of follow her nose, and when she gets still, I'll give her her head back. Good girl. Let her walk forward a little bit, and then I'm going to take her head away. Good. As soon as I went to take her head away, she stopped. I want to make sure she knows that I can control her head and that I control speed and that we can stop when I say stop. Good. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Like what I'm getting here. Over in the round pen, I've got a 3-year-old that just came in to be started. I'll work him later today. This is his first turnout that he's had since he came here yesterday, and he's running around hollering and carrying on like a baby does, and this horse doesn't seem to be bothered with it at all. Like that. A little bit of leg. Let's go forward this way. Forward, a little more forward. A little more forward. There we go. Now that I've got her so that she's willing to stop, now I'll go ahead and add a little more forward in. I want to make sure that I have a good stop before I put in a lot of forward. Now, there we go. When I was lunging her, working her on the lunge line at this fence, I used the fence to help make the turn. So now I'm going to do something similar here. Turn, and we're going to walk down the fence and we're going to go the other way. Turn. There. Good stop. Good stop. There we go. Go the other way. So she knows that when her head goes towards the fence, she's going to be asked to stop. We already started working that on the lunge line. Going to keep building from there, and we'll be working that from the saddle. This is going to help with getting her to stop more on her back end. Good girl. And getting her to bring her shoulders through the turn. Good girl. Very nice. Right there, I just asked her to stop. She kind of pushed into the bit. That's why I want to use this fence to help, because I don't want to just be pulling on her and her pulling back and get her mouth all dull and heavy. I'm sure the saddle is really squeaky. I've got a couple different saddles that I work in. This is the one that's got a wider gullet, so that's why in some of my videos there's a little more squeak than others. I need to oil the saddle, fix that. Good girl. Try to stop out here away from the fence again. Whoa. Not quite. She wanted to push through it. We'll turn to the fence. There we go. Good girl. Step forward. We're going to go ahead and finish the turn. Go the other way. Good girl. At this point, the worst thing I could do is pull back on both reins. She's already a horse that's going to want to push forward. See, right there, I just pulled on one rein and she pushed forward into it. I'm going to hold that rein until she gets stopped. If I pull on both reins, I'm just going to encourage that pushing. I don't want to do that. Good girl. Let's go back this way. Started walking forward, we're going to go again. Now, I can just kind of sit with my body. When I'm holding her head to the side waiting for her to stop, I'm just sitting with my body. When I'm asking her to go forward, I've got a little bit of contact with my legs, and I'm more riding her forward. That's how she knows the difference, whether she's supposed to turn to the left or turn and stop, or turn and keep going. It's all in how I'm riding. It has nothing to do with pointing her nose. She needs to learn to pay attention to my seat. And if my seat is saying go forward, she needs to go forward. If my seat stops riding, she should stop riding. That was nice. That's that baby playing with a food tub over there. Good girl, like that. Try that the other direction. Point her nose, left hand, add some right leg, and walk off. Good girl. Good girl. Now there's just kind of a judgment thing to decide when to quit. A lot of people say, well, don't quit until you get improvement, which we've already had improvement, so that's not an issue. But just because a horse has not made improvement doesn't mean you shouldn't stop. I want to work her and get something accomplished, but I also don't want to work her so much to the point where she really dreads the work. Because if she really dreads the work, then things like catching her in the stall and all that's going to get even harder. So I want her to get out here, work a little bit. I want her to feel good about what she's accomplished. And then next time I go to catch her in the stall, it'll still be good. She'll let me catch her easy, and she won't dread the work. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. I think I'm going to quit on that for today. I like what we got. Nice improvement. This is going to end up being a really nice horse. Until next time, thank you for watching.